Howdy folks, this is Shane. Welcome back to Music Gear on a Budget. This particular series, I take one for the team and we find out whether or not I made a good or a bad investment. Now what I did, I spent $700 on some pickups and I'm going to throw them in a guitar that's $199. I can't even say that with a straight face. So these were 14 bucks. 1-4. That's it. I like the look of these for a couple of different reasons. I'll show you them up close. Basically, they kind of look a little bit like bass sensors, and I know they're not. They said that they were noiseless pickups, and I have a hard time believing that as well. I opened up one of the plastic covers and had a look inside there. I had to break the glue apart. I think I've still got some B-roll of that, so I'll show you what they look like. But yeah, we want to see whether or not we can upgrade a cheap guitar with cheap parts and make it sound any better. Now, I've done countless reviews and playtests on this particular guitar, but right at the end, odds are I'm going to put these pickups back in, but we're going to see whether or not we can get some good tone out of these things. 14 bucks, it's worth a shot. If you enjoy the series, give it a thumbs up. I'm going to basically take the pick guard off, do it all, put these pickups in. Hopefully the cable's long enough as well. It kind of almost looks like it won't be, and they're all the same length. It doesn't specify, well there we go. It doesn't really specify which pickup is which. There's no markings or anything on there, so this should be interesting. So I've got a couple of different cameras set up while I take off the pick guard and the strings and all that kind of stuff. You'll probably see this in some sort of fast motion. If I need to, I'll comment along the way. So let's get into it. Now these strings are old, so it doesn't matter. I'm not going to reuse them. There we go. All right, that looks like all the screws, pretty sure. Yep, awesome. Now I haven't actually seen under this before, so let's take a look. It's actually extremely tidy. And it looks like pretty much these pickups will be fairly similar in terms of their magnet to the one that I've already got in this guitar. I don't really know the specs off the top of my head about these guitars, but for me, I'm all about sound rather than specs. It's interesting. This is how they save a lot of money. For example, a lot of these pots here, very small. The smaller they are, usually the less expensive they are. Ugh. Ugh. Don't know if you saw that on camera or not. Yuck, big hair. Anyway, so what I'm going to do now is grab the soldering iron, take these pickups out, resolder the new pickups in, and then probably once we find out if they're any good or not, I may actually go back to these pickups, but I'll do that off camera so it doesn't bore you. But yeah, let's get into it. We are done, pickups are in, strings are on, guitar is filthy. Now this is a project guitar in many ways for me. I do take it out and play it live occasionally as well, but it's not a guitar I care about in terms of if it gets scratched or not. I couldn't really care less. This is not my #1 guitar, and that's why we're pretty much doing this to it right now. So I'm just going to adjust the pickup height, and I'm going to do this just by eyeballing it because, you know, I could get out the ruler and measure it properly and all that kind of stuff, but I've got a rough idea of how I like it set just from experience here. One's a bit high. This one can come down. I reckon that'll be about it. So we'll tune it up and we'll give it a go. Let's try some clean tones. I've got this hooked up to the Kemper, and this is the profile I made of the Mesa Boogie Studio 22 on the clean channel, and this is bridge and middle to start with. No buzz, no nothing. Bridge? Bridge, we get buzz. So these clearly aren't noiseless pickups, even though they were labeled as noiseless, but they sound alright. Over the middle. Neck and middle. It's got a nice amount of tops. And over the neck, which would be my favorite. I'm gonna grab a pick for this one. Let's give this a shot. Sounds pretty good. I really like bridge and middle. Let's try some dirty tones. Over to some dirty tones. We're going to start on the bridge pickup. Now my room buzzes a whole lot. I've got my volume control down. Let's have a listen to this. Ready? If I turn around, it's not as bad. Ready? The in-betweens are heavenly. No buzz. So overall, what do I think of these pickups? Do they get the thumbs up? No. They're no better than the pickups that were in here before. And you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and put them back. I'll probably leave them in there just for today, but odds are I'm going to do a complete reversal and say these noiseless pickups that you can find on eBay and Amazon definitely aren't worth your time if you're looking for noiseless pickups or a pickup upgrade for a cheap guitar. I don't think these are any better at all than the SX stock pickups, but you know what, it was worth a shot, and I don't expect everything that I buy on a budget to be good, and it's just, that's the whole intention of the video, is to see whether or not this was worth my time. I kind of feel like it buzzes more. I use this guitar in this room a lot, and I don't remember it ever sounding quite as buzzy as this, unless I sit this way, then I'm good. I usually run a noise gate in here as well, just to take that out, because that drives me nuts. They don't sound bad. Considering they're only $14, they sound okay, but they're definitely not much of an upgrade from what I had in here. The buzz is killer. Thanks for watching.